Today we talk about cosine law. We start with an example. I have a triangle ABC. This side is 40 meter. Okay, actually it doesn't matter, 40 units. This side is 32 units. This is A side. A side is opposite to the angle A. So in this question, we want to find how long the A side is. To do that, we use cosine law. Cosine law starts with the side opposite to the given angle. So it is A. So I just write down the cosine law applied to this particular example. A squared equals 40 squared plus 32 squared minus 2 times 40 times 32 times cosine angle A. And this is called the cosine law. Oh, I forgot, angle A is given, 58 degrees. Angle A is given, 58 degrees. So I can erase the A and I put 58. So do the right hand side and you get A squared equals a number. Once you have A squared equals a number, you can find A, and that is what you want to find. Let me copy this. This is an example in a textbook. Let me copy down what the textbook does. So the textbook says, So this is the work in the textbook. So you just work out the right-hand side, and that gives you a square. Once you have a square, you take square root and you get a, and that is your answer. And this formula is called cosine law. What I want to tell you here is that I do not recommend you do this way. You see, you use a calculator to find this, which is just this number, and this square is this, and you multiply these, you get this, and cosine 58, you get this, and then you add, you get this, and you multiply this and that, you get this, and do this, and you get this, and the square root, you get this. I want to tell you that don't do it this way, because this level is grade 11. In grade 11, you do not do this way. You use your calculator in one step, just like I told you in the last lesson, sine law. You use calculate to its best advantage. Do it in one step, and you get the answer right away. So, do not do this. What do? You enter 40, and you enter this number, you enter square. This, in my calculator, you have to press X squared. Press X squared button. Press add. Enter 32. Press the square button, which is X squared. Then press minus, enter the number 2, multiply, enter multiply, enter 40, enter multiply, enter 32, enter cosine now. Enter 58. I must remind you that this is a button, okay? It's not multiply. This is a button, square button, and this is multiply button. Multiply 32, and okay, if you want to, you enter the multiply again. Yeah, I want to do this very step by step. So you 40 times 32, enter the multiply button, then enter cosine, and then enter 58. There is no button for degree because you already set your calculator in degree mode. There are two modes. One is degree mode, the other one is radian mode. So make sure your calculator is in degree mode. So here you just enter the number. Don't worry about the degree. You do not, because you already set the calculator in degree mode. Then what do? You press equal sign. When you press equal sign, you get that. You get this. Then you get 1, 2, 6, 7, 3, and so on. Look, if you use a calculator in one step like this, you get all the decimals on your calculator. So the decimals is more than that. You get more decimals. After that, how do you do square root? Then you so you already have the answer to that. Then you press the square root button. On my calculator is okay. Second function, you press second F. Well, remember, every calculator may be different. So on my calculator, I press the second function first, and then press X square button. These two together is square root, okay? These two together is a square root. And then you have square root. Square root what? Square root this number. This number, you already have it on the calculator. So you press answer. On my calculator, you cannot press answer right away. You have to press alpha. You press alpha, and then you press answer, yeah. So alpha answer, then what do you get? You get the answer right away. Yeah. You get the answer. And many more digits. Okay? All the digits available on the calculator are shown here. Then if you want to, you can round it. So this is what I recommend. At grade 11, you do not do each step like a primary school student. No, you never do that. Do this, okay? Yeah, find out, use your calculator manual to learn how to use these buttons. Okay, that's the first example. The next example. Next example. Okay, I need to Next example is also from the textbook. PQ. Okay, I have triangle PQR. And I want to find the angle P. I have all the sides given. Okay, so this is what I have. So now the cosine law, you need to put the numbers into the cosine law, right? Remember what I said about the first example? You start with the side opposite to the angle. In example 1, you have the angle given. But in this example, the angle is not given. So I start with the side opposite to the angle which I want to find. 5.9. Square is equal to this square plus this square minus 2 times this and this and cosine, I have no arc. Okay, and cosine p. Okay? I should write this more to the left hand side. So you want to find cosine p. Let's isolate cosine p, or I can say let's find cosine p. Or let's solve for cosine p. Because this is minus, I move this term to the left-hand side and move 5.9 squared to the right-hand side. So I have this. Now remember, I have 2 times this bracket before cosine p, and I move that to the denominator. Okay. So I want to do this. After that, I have the cosine p, and I do arc cosine this number. So how do I find the value for the right hand side? It's very similar to example 1. So you enter 2.3 enter square, okay? Enter square. So square is x squared, this button, plus 6.2, enter the square button, minus, enter 5.9, enter the square button. Now be careful. Now you want to divide by this, right? Can you press divide? Wrong. If you press divide, you only divide this term by the value in the denominator. So you have to have a bracket. So you enter the bracket first here, close the bracket here, and then enter divide. Press the divide button. Now, very tricky here. Can you enter divide by 2 and multiply 2.3 and multiply 6.2? Wrong. You cannot do that. If you do that, you get wrong answer. It's not divide by 2 and multiply this, multiply that. It's divide by 2, again divide by 2.3, and again divide by 6.2. It's divide by this, and divide by this, not multiply. If you want to write divide by 2 times 2 decimal 3, 6 decimal 2, you must put another bracket here. Then you can do divide by 2 times 2 times, yeah. So if you do not have a bracket here, if I do not have a bracket here, it is divide and divide and divide. And then you press equal sign, and you get a number. The number is, oh, I don't have it here. This example doesn't show this, so you get a number here. But I don't want a number, I want P. So how do I do that? Then you need arc cosine. So on my calculator, the arc cosine is so what you do is second function, second f, and then plus cosine. If you press second function and then cosine, it is arc cosine. Then you enter this number. Enter this number here. This number is this number. Enter this number. And then press equal sign. You get your answer. Okay? So you want arc cosine. Arc cosine is second function cosine. Put this number after that. Press the equal sign. You get the final answer. You got it? Practice using the calculator in one step. Do not write down the values of intermediate steps. No, don't do that. Don't write down the values of these. Don't do that. Oh, of course, if you do that, it's not wrong. But remember, you are grade 11 now. Grade 11, I expect you to be better than that. Okay? Good. That's all for today. It's cosine law. And see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.